Once Shamsud-Din Jabbar was one of America's heroes. In the early 2000s, as the world fought against terrorism, he decided to fight for his country. In Afghanistan, amidst the explosions and fierce battles, he earned medals and awards, becoming recognized as a hero. But over time, the war within Jabbar grew stronger. The medals he earned outside couldn't hide the brokenness of his soul. Shamsud-Din's mind was shattered by the horrors of war. With each passing day, the things he witnessed there darkened him further. Had he really gained anything? All that was left was emptiness, loneliness, and rage. The world had promised him heroism, but he no longer wanted to play that role. He had lost his ideals, lost the war, lost himself. On the first days of the new year, Shamsud-Din Jabbar set out for New Orleans. The crowd, joyful and full of celebration on Bourbon Street, people were laughing, dancing, savoring life. But Jabbar saw the emptiness behind their joy. The darkness within him was growing with each passing second. His eyes, lost in the traces of the past, were consumed by a deep void. That night, everything would change. When he gripped the steering wheel of his truck, there was a determination in his heart. He drove straight into the crowd. Screams, people running. Everything turned into chaos in an instant. He only had a vehicle, but the rage inside him was the most powerful weapon. Behind the truck, there were explosives, and Jabbar had to do something. He had to send a message. After the attack, a silence fell over the city. Security forces quickly responded, but Jabbar's plan had already been set in motion. In the ensuing clash with the police, he ended his own life, but what remained was rubble. 14 dead, dozens wounded, and a city gripped by deep fear. Shamsud-Din Jabbar was once America's hero. So how did he become the perpetrator of this tragedy? A man who was once celebrated as a brave soldier fighting terrorism, how did he come to terms with the darkness within him? This question remained the only one lingering in the air. Once fighting for his country, earning medals, and being recognized as a hero, what did this man become? How did the dark paths of radicalism erase his faith in humanity? Jabbar's story isn't just about the inner collapse of one person. It also shows how dangerous the paths of war, loneliness, and radicalism can be. A man who was once a hero can, in an instant, turn into the world's greatest enemy. This is not just Jabbar's story. It could be any of ours. That night, the streets of New Orleans witnessed a massacre, but the biggest question left behind by Jabbar was the understanding of the dark sides of the human soul and how a person can become radicalized. Don't forget to subscribe and like for more.